Hello, you've reached the Beer Search Party video reviews, and today we are doing another beer, second in a series of Surly beers. This one being Furious in the bright red can from Surly in Minnesota. Beer for a glass from a can. Now this is their flagship IPA. It's got the Warrior, the Autumn, Simcoe, Amarillo. Surprisingly, none of the C hops, though. As this one, you can probably see right there, this is a shade darker than some other IPAs. Sometimes IPAs generally are in that orange, darkish orange, slightly yellowish category. This one seems to be more in the reddish hue. Of course, unless you talk about Cascadian dark ales, and then that's a whole different story. So let's take a smell and taste of Surly Furious. There's a lot of floral, spicy, and citrus notes in that aroma. I mean, that just leaps out at you. This has been sitting for a little bit, probably a little skosh too long for an IPA, because you want to drink the IPAs as fast as you can, because with time there's a degradation of the brightest parts of the hop character. But this one is still really punchy. I mean, there's some bright citrus in here, pine mixing together. Oddly enough, the citrus, the aroma has more of a punch than the actual beer itself, which is fine. It's got a nice carbonation, and it's pretty hot for a beer that's 6.5. And by hot, I mean there's a little bit of alcohol burn on the way back down, and you don't normally associate that with something that's 6.5. 6.5 being more of probably the American idea of what a session beer is. No, that's very interesting. They say on the back of the can here that it's got some caramel toffee as well as the citrus pine that they talk about, because they're using Scottish malt. Fresh beer, keep it cool. I'm not getting, the malt is definitely there, and there's a certain residual sweetness. So I think they've got the balance, probably, at least for me, is fine IPA wise, because the malt and the flavor profile part of it, because the malt is firmly balancing out the hops so that you're not getting a kick flavor wise. And they probably did a lot of good aroma hops, which really helps when you open up the can, because that is a bright, beautiful whiff of hoppiness right there. So this one, actually, I like this. I like IPAs that strike that balance. There are a lot out here on the West Coast that just go all out. San Diego ones in particular, to me, taste really heavy. You got some others that have that same sort of heaviness from Oregon and Washington, but not as much as the San Diego ones to my taste buds. I'm sure in other parts of the country, other people's taste buds will think all three of those areas are probably way too high. But this one, I like the balance on this one. It makes it easy to drink, and you don't get completely bowled over by the hops, and your palate isn't being wrecked at all. This is actually one of my, if I could get access to it more often out here in Southern California, I would probably be buying this by the truckload. So there you go, Surly Furious. Thumbs up from the Beer Search Party for Furious, and thank you to France44 for actually selling these to people in the United States. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching. Cheers.